Today we will be breaking down a landmark case. Terry versus Ohio, 1968. Background. A Cleveland police officer, Detective Martin McFadden, noticed three men, including John Terry, pacing back and forth in front of a store, appearing to case it for a robbery. The officer approached them, identified himself, and patted down Terry's outer clothing. He discovered a concealed handgun. Terry was charged with carrying a concealed weapon and argued that the evidence should be excluded because the search violated the Fourth Amendment, protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. Legal question. Did the officers' stop and frisk violate the Fourth Amendment? Supreme Court decision. Ruling 8-1 in favor of the state of Ohio. Majority opinion, Chief Justice Earl Warren. The court held that a police officer may stop a person if they have reasonable suspicion that the person is involved in criminal activity. If the officer also reasonably believes the person may be armed and dangerous, they may perform a limited pat-down of the outer clothing, a frisk, to check for weapons. This is less than the probable cause required for a full search or arrest, but more than just a hunch. Key principles from Terry versus Ohio. Stop and Frisk Doctrine. Police can briefly stop someone and pat them down without a warrant if they have reasonable suspicion of criminal activity and danger. Reasonable suspicion. Standard, a lower threshold than probable cause, but must be based on specific facts, not just a vague intuition. Balance test. The court balanced an individual's right to privacy with the government's interest in preventing crime and protecting officer safety. Real-life scenario. A police officer is patrolling a neighborhood at night. She notices a man repeatedly walking back and forth in front of a closed jewelry store, peeking inside and occasionally conferring with another person on the corner. The officer approaches, identifies herself, and asks what they are doing. She notices the man keeps putting his hands in his pockets and seems nervous. Based on specific observations, pacing, looking in the store, meeting with another person, nervous behavior, the officer has a reasonable suspicion the men may be planning a robbery. Concerned for her safety, she pats down the outside of his clothing, a frisk. During the frisk, she feels the shape of a handgun in his jacket pocket and removes it. The officer did not need probable cause for arrest yet, but the stop and frisk were justified under Terry versus Ohio because she had reasonable suspicion of crime and danger. Thank you for watching. This channel's goal is to provide quick and summarized information to those in law and law enforcement. Please like and subscribe for more content.